In a quaint little town nestled between rolling hills and whispering forests, there lived a woman named Clara. From a young age, Clara had been taught that happiness was the ultimate goal in life. Her parents, well-meaning yet conventional, often quoted the adage, "Happiness is a choice." They filled her childhood with bright colors and laughter, but as Clara grew older, the weight of that mantra began to settle heavily on her shoulders. She found herself caught in a relentless pursuit of happiness, a chase that would lead her not to joy, but to a profound sense of discontent. Clara's journey began like many others, with dreams and aspirations shimmering brightly on the horizon. She envisioned a life filled with love, success, and unyielding joy. In her early 20s, she meticulously crafted a plan, a fulfilling career, a charming home, and a loving partner. She believed that each milestone she achieved would bring her closer to happiness. She worked tirelessly, pouring her heart into her job, seeking promotions, and striving for recognition. Every time she received praise, a fleeting sense of joy would wash over her, only to be replaced by an insatiable hunger for more. As she climbed the corporate ladder, Clara's personal life began to fray. She sacrificed friendships for late nights at the office, and her romantic relationships suffered under the weight of her ambition. Each time she faced a setback, whether it was a missed promotion or a failed relationship, she felt the familiar pang of misery. The harder she chased happiness, the more elusive it became. The moments of joy were short-lived, like fireflies flickering in the dark, leaving her with a lingering sense of emptiness. Clara's breaking point arrived one crisp autumn evening. She sat alone in her meticulously decorated living room, surrounded by the trappings of success: a sleek television, designer furniture, and an impressive collection of accolades adorning the walls. Yet, as she gazed at her reflection in the glass, she felt a profound sense of isolation. The pursuit of happiness had led her to a life that, on the surface, appeared perfect, but inside, she was drowning in a sea of disappointment and loneliness. It was then that she realized she had been chasing an illusion, a mirage that shimmered just out of reach. In the weeks that followed, Clara embarked on a journey of self-discovery. She began to question the very foundation of her beliefs about happiness. She sought solace in the pages of books, diving into philosophies that challenged the conventional wisdom she had clung to for so long. She discovered the writings of Viktor Frankl, who spoke of finding meaning in suffering, and the teachings of mindfulness that emphasized being present in each moment, rather than fixating on future happiness. Slowly, a new perspective began to take root in her heart. Clara started to embrace the idea that fulfillment was not a destination to be reached, but a journey to be experienced. She began to practice gratitude, shifting her focus from what she lacked to the abundance that surrounded her. Simple moments, a warm cup of tea on a chilly morning, the laughter of children playing in the park, the vibrant colors of a sunset, became sources of joy. She learned to savor the small pleasures of life, allowing herself to feel contentment in the present rather than perpetually longing for something more. As she cultivated this new mindset, Clara also sought to reconnect with the relationships that had once brought her joy. She reached out to old friends, inviting them for coffee and rekindling the bonds that had frayed during her relentless pursuit of success. Together, they shared stories, laughter, and the warmth of camaraderie that had been absent from her life for far too long. In these moments, Clara discovered that true happiness was not found in accolades or material possessions, but in the connections she forged with others. Clara also ventured into the world of creativity, an avenue she had long neglected. She began to paint again, allowing her emotions to flow onto the canvas. Each brushstroke became a form of expression, a release of the pent-up frustrations and aspirations she had carried for years. As she lost herself in the colors and textures, she found a sense of liberation that had been missing from her life. It was in these moments of creation that she experienced a deep sense of fulfillment, a joy that stemmed not from external validation but from within. With time, Clara learned to embrace the ebb and flow of life, understanding that moments of sadness and joy were intertwined. She no longer viewed happiness as a constant state to be achieved. Instead, she accepted that it was a fleeting emotion, one that could coexist with other feelings. The pressure to be perpetually happy lifted, and in its place blossomed a sense of peace. She found beauty in vulnerability, recognizing that it was okay to feel lost or uncertain at times. These experiences, she discovered, were the threads that wove the fabric of her life. As the seasons changed and the years passed, Clara's outlook transformed. She became an advocate for authenticity, sharing her journey with others who found themselves ensnared in the pursuit of happiness. She spoke of the importance of embracing life's complexities and finding joy in the mundane. Her story resonated with many, and she inspired others to shift their focus from chasing an elusive ideal to cultivating a life rich in meaning and connection. In the end, Clara's journey taught her that fulfillment is not a destination, but a way of being. It is found in the quiet moments of reflection, the laughter shared with friends, and the courage to embrace life's uncertainties. Happiness, she learned, is not something to be chased. It is a byproduct of living authentically, nurturing relationships, and finding joy in the present moment. With each passing day, Clara continued to weave a tapestry of experiences that brought her contentment, proving that the true essence of life lies not in the pursuit of happiness, but in the embrace of its beautiful, messy reality.